Hello Pisces, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Look what just fell out. The Ace of Cups. Hopefully we'll see it again in the reading. Love that card, my favorite card of all. This is your mid-month March 2018 till end of March. Today is the 19th. I am late. I know, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to do that. It just happened this month. I've just been so flat out. So, dear Pisces, you are the last sign that I am doing. Please, you've got a new moon in your sign which took place yesterday, but you can still make your wish. Go outside tonight when you watch this, okay? Because the new moon in your sign was on the 18th, so it does take a couple of days when you can actually view the moon. That's when you make your wish. It is in your sign, so you are going to manifest big time in a matter of 6 months. Okay, look, we've got an offer of love coming in, okay? Either that or you're making an offer of love, offering your cup to someone. It could be another water sign that you are involved with, but let's see. Also, we've got Mercury going retrograde in 4 days. So do take care with communication, travel. You're going to have a chance to do things over again. Anything to do with technology, things tend to break down when Mercury is in retrograde. So the positive side of that is that we've got a chance to do things again. Do know that people and circumstances come back again to be redone when we have retrograde planets, especially with Mercury. Now, Jupiter is also retrograde. It went retrograde about, I don't know, a week ago. So Jupiter is always positive. So you're given many chances to redo things, even in the next 4 months with Jupiter, until it moves direct again. So let's go, Pisces. We've got the Nine of Swords in the now position. The challenge card is the Eight of Wands. The distant past is the Ten of Cups. In the recent past, we have the Eight of Cups. Crowning your reading, oh my God, is the Three of Swords. In the near future, we have the Queen of Cups. In the advice position and how people see you, Two of Wands. In the environment position is the Five of Cups. Most of the signs this month, this time, end of March, have received the Five of Cups. In your hopes and fears is the King of Pentacles. And your outcome card is the Star. Let me take 2 more cards just for a bit more clarity. We have the Two of Swords. And we've also got the Knight of Swords. Goodness me. At the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands. You know, a lot of similar cards to Scorpio, which I just did. Could it be because Scorpio had the King of Pentacles as well? They had the Five of Cups. They had the Queen of Cups. They had the Two of Swords. They had the Two of Wands. And they had the Seven of Wands. Many similar cards. So Sun, Moon or Rising, whatever that means for you. We've got the Seven of Wands, which is the general energy. Usually this speaks of having the higher ground, but putting up a barrier, that could mean as well. Trying to fight for what you believe in. Having naysayers against you, and you're pushing for success. Beneath that, it is a 7 which speaks of being conflicted. It is, though, a spiritual number, so you're meant to fight this battle, whatever this is. Beneath that is the Four of Swords, which speaks of, you know, having done battle and taking time out. And it is a 4. 4 speak of home, family, and our roots, our foundation. So for those of you that are in a committed partnership, there is a sense of stagnation, but also having to hold the fort. Keep the naysayers out of your home, out of your life. Whatever that means again. In the now position, we've got the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, yes, mental chaos, going through a lot of hardship here. Pisces, you always tend to get the Nine of Swords. What is it with you? Okay, now the house of Pisces is the house of hidden matters, things that are very dark. Pisces is the completion house. This is a 9. You're almost completing. You're almost at the 10 here. So this is some sort of energy where it's moving away, I feel. Because your challenge is the 8 of Wands, which speaks of messages, internet, social messages, social media, messages, movement, flight travel. These are Cupid's arrows going through the sky. So your challenge is either to send a message, to receive a message, to move, to take action, and not stay stagnant, like with the Four of Swords. In the distant past, you have the Ten of Cups. There was a lot of happiness here, emotional fulfillment. Tens break down to a 1. It's like the Ace of Cups, let's say. So in the distant past, you were at the Ace of Cups, let's say, fully happy. In the background here with the Connolly Tarot that I'm using is the Super Blood Moon. Right? Now we've had two consecutive, two full moons in January and 2 full moons in March. Now we've got another full moon happening on the 31st. On the 31st of March. And it is the second full moon in the month of March. So I believe that because this is in the distant past, we could be talking about some sort of change from January. Right? I would say. So this is a 10. As I said, it breaks down to a 1. In the recent past, you have the 8 of Cups. But look at the Connolly Tarot here. She's holding the Ace of Cups in her hand. It has been handed to her from the divine, and there is clarity here. Okay, so it's a bit of a different energy to the usual Rider-Waite 8 of Cups of moving away. Now this is, usually the 8 of Cups is, you could be heading towards a spiritual journey, looking for those 10 of Cups. But it is a little bit different here because she's holding the Ace of Cups in her hand. Now there's 7 cups in the distance, which speaks of lack of clarity. Okay, maybe you are waiting, maybe in the recent past you did receive the divine guidance, the Ace of Cups, because the 7 of Cups is usually the energy of Neptune. Neptune is in your sign, so wearing rose-colored glasses, but you have received something here that is making you happy. But it doesn't seem as though it was enough, because on your mind is still this 3 of Swords. Now, I don't know if it's in the reverse, because I'm not reading reversals. But the 3 of Swords is always heartache, heartbreak, being heartbroken. Something that did not sit well with you, something that upset you majorly. I will take more cards on that. Now in the near future, the Queen of Cups This is your energy, okay? Trust your intuition. Try to get out of that dark, dark place of sulking, of not trusting in your gut, whatever your gut tells you. Sometimes with this Queen, it can be too much emotion, drowning in your emotion, right? Let me see. In the advice position, how people see you is the Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands for me is a brand new door opening. Again, there is the supermoon. Okay. New door opening. Anything to do with international matters. People at a distance. He is holding the world ball. Whatever that means for you. There may be some sort of decision that it is necessary for you to do, to take, to make. Steps where you need to travel, steps where you need to trust in your higher self, align yourself with your higher self, receive the download from the universe, from the divine, and follow this new path that is opening up for you. Now, in the environment position is the Five of Cups. Fives always speak of change happening, so do not stay stuck here. Whatever lack of celebration there has been, there is someone or something in your environment that is promising a new partnership here with the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a partnership. It is an agreement. Okay, fives, as I said, something happens around you where there is something new taking place. Taking place from, these three cups that are already spilled here. Now, in your hopes and fears, obviously this is a hope. We have the King of Pentacles. Now, this could be any earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For me, it's mostly a Taurian individual here. If it is, we are speaking about someone who is very financially stable and abundant. This is someone who is an entrepreneur. He owns a business, he or she. A lot of finances, a lot of money talk. Things that you value, things that this person values. He looks at what he values, right? He does not move forward unless he is certain, because he's an earth sign. He's very stable and secure. This is what you are hoping for, who you are hoping for. Now, you may also be hoping, if this is a reading in relation to work, there's been some sort of problem, lack of communication, things are up in the air, just like the Wands. Maybe you are hoping to spread your wings internationally. Maybe that's the message that you have received, the download from the universe. Maybe business was good in the past and then something went wrong. Business fluctuates always, do know that. And with this card here, and with the Eight of Wands, I would say that you are spreading your wings. Anything to do with business, you may be partnering up with another earth sign. Maybe there were 3 people involved within business, and maybe there has been some sort of deception in relation to business, and you may be dropping one person. There's 3 of Cups here. And we do have the Star card in the outcome position. And this does speak of Aquarian energy, whatever that means for you. You could have been dealing with another Aquarian. You could have been stabbed in the back by an Aquarian. It could be their sun, moon, or rising. Now, the Star is also a card of healing, a card of hope. People at a distance. Groups, associations. And Aquarius is the 11th house. The 11th house is the hopes and wishes, right? Groups, friends, people that you deal with. Okay, so of course it is a house of money as well, because that 10th house is the business house, right? It is the first house. The second house is where you receive the money from your business. So that is a beautiful energy to have here. Now we've got the Two of Swords here. It looks as though a decision has been made or is going to be made. You do have the knowledge, the clarity. So you do have the knowledge so you can make your decision. Even though you feel a sense of being torn here. And we've got the Knight of Swords here, which could be very quick-paced action, cutting someone out. Again, air quality here. Okay, Knights are always about action. Okay, so we take action and then we have the outcome. Now this sword cuts very, it cuts. It does not, you don't play with swords, right? So this is a very, very difficult energy. If this card was in the reverse, it would say that this is someone who is quite brutal, very cutting with their words. Now, the upside of this card would be just very quick action and a very clean cut if you are cutting someone out. Let me see. More cards. Pisces, Pisces. Let me look at the environment position first. Now, we do have a few swords. So some of you may be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. I do have the Aquarius card. Oh, well, I was looking at this position. You've got the Judgment card, which speaks of a second chance for me. This is the energy of Pluto. Pluto is in Capricorn. It is bringing in change. Also, Jupiter is digging things up in Scorpio, bringing in second chances. Jupiter is retrograde. Okay, now Judgment card is very strong karmic energy. As I said, it is people rising up from their ashes, being reborn, second chances, and this is very appropriate with because Pluto does rule Scorpio, and Jupiter is there in Scorpio, digging things up, bringing in people from the past, situations from the past. So death and rebirth in your environment. As I said, Scorpio people are ruled by Pluto, as well as, what did I want to say? Pluto is all about death and rebirth as well. Things that are very deep, and I've got two cards now here. Now I've got the Four of Swords, which I showed you before, and I've got the Ace of Pentacles as well. So the Ace of Pentacles is a brand new beginning. So after taking a time out, right, with the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is usually in the Rider-Waite Tarot, when we've got the normal card, it does show the Three of Swords in the background and the Ace of Swords, which is beneath the person who is lying down, this warrior, right? He's taking time out, meditating before he takes the sword and either cuts through a situation or has a brand new beginning. He speaks his truth. He moves forward very methodically, because there's a lot of perception and thought being put into this matter, whatever it is for you. Now, the Ace of Pentacles could be anything to do with money, anything that is tangible, anything that you can grab with your hands in your life. This is money, this is a home, this is a marriage, an engagement, a brand new beginning, whatever the case. So, doesn't really matter what order they came out in. There is a brand new beginning, even though the Four of Swords can speak of home and family. So brand new beginning in your environment. Now, we do have swords energy here, air quality and earth quality. So if you are dealing with an Aquarian individual, and as I said, we do have the Three of Swords and the Ace of Swords there. So you could be cutting out an Aquarian individual. Now, if you are dealing with a Taurus, the opposite sign would be Scorpio. Scorpio is where Jupiter is. So, brand new beginnings for people. If I'm just, noticing these pentacles here, that the King of Pentacles is holding very similar energy with the Ace of Pentacles. And I do believe that this is your partner. For those of you that are closing the door on an air sign, more than likely Aquarian, you are moving into a new relationship with a very stable person. So there is going to be a judgment calling here, a brand new beginning. Let me look at this Queen of Cups. And we've got the Knight of Wands. Again, Sagittarius energy here. Anything to do with travel, movement. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is doing his thing in Scorpio. Some of you may be literally moving, because the Knight of Wands is someone who's very spontaneous, quick moving. Some of you may also have Sagittarius in your rising or moon sign. Let me look at... Now, some of you may have been dealing with a player. If this air sign did also have Sagittarius, I would say, in their moon or their rising sign, then this was the player that you were dealing with. And it's just, you need to move away. Your challenge is to move away. Let me look at the Nine of Swords with the Eight of Wands. And we've got the Queen of Wands here. Goodness me. So another fire sign here. Could this be the person that we are talking about? Could this be a Sagittarian female? For some of you, you may have, as I said, Sagittarius as your moon or your rising sign. Let me look at the Three of Swords. The Queen of Wands is usually beautiful energy. She's very spontaneous, very, very, very sexual energy. She's a business owner, very loving usually, very giving. Sometimes she can have a strong ego. Three of Swords. We've got the Nine of Wands, which says that you are one step before the completion. You've been bruised and battered and put through the ringer, but you are standing. Nines always speak of being close to completion. Let me take a card on the Eight of Cups. So that's the recent past position. And we've got the Tower. So suddenly you did receive some sort of message from the divine, which is guiding you, I believe. The Tower is something that does not work. It breaks down. It does break down. Now, if this was a committed partnership and relationship, a family, it looks as though there was trouble here. There could have been someone who came in deception. Let me take one card on this Ten of Cups. And there's the Page of Cups. So there was some sort of romantic gesture, an offer of love here. Page of Cups. And it is a youthful energy. It's a page. So with this offer of love that was given, that was offered, there was some sort of change that came in. Whether this was your partner offering this cup to someone else, or you know, it could also go the opposite way. I mean, it could be you that had someone, you know, coming into your life that, you know, offered you your cup, or you offered your cup to them. Readings can go either way. Do know that this is a karmic relationship. This is karma. Whatever is happening in your lives right now is meant to happen. I'm going to take one card on the Seven of Wands, and then I will take some Sibilas. And we've got the King of Swords. Oh my God. King of Swords. This could be a solicitor, judge, a magistrate. This is your Aquarian individual here. If it's not Aquarius, it's another air sign. Oh my goodness. And you know what? Scorpio that I did just before had the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So you need to watch that. You need to go and watch that reading. Let me see what this Three of Swords is all about with the Sibilas. So we've got the Allegrezza al Cuore, happiness of the heart, but we do have three people here, three people dancing around. Mercante, the merchant, any business deals, new contracts, doing business with international people, import, export. Whatever the case, this is someone who is putting a lot of thought into their partnership, their relationship, their business. And then we've got the casa, which is the home. So I do believe that if we are talking about romance, I feel as though this merchant is the person who has stepped out of the relationship, this business owner. Maybe if we can say it in another way, that someone may have been very busy in relation to work and their stability, and they let go of their love life, their romance, and their committed partnership. They were not focused. So the other person was, you know, sometimes we say that if you don't water your plant, someone else is going to water it for you. We've got a saying in Greek. So if you haven't been watering your plant, then someone else will come and water it for you. So we have to love and nurture our plant and our partners. Let me look at the Judgment card with the Five of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and Four of Swords. So we've got the Omaggio di Preziosi, the precious gift. Then we have the Prigione, which is like the Devil card. It's like feeling chained and bound. So there was a precious gift, but there was a catch to it. It's like a catch-22 energy here, where it's like Pandora's box. Whoever went for these jewels, there were restrictions in relation to reaching these jewels. And then we've got the Superbia, which can speak of ego, or it can speak of something which is wonderful, which is great. So what I'm thinking here is that just like with anything that seems to be too good to be true, there is a catch there. So it feels as though this was an illusion. There was a catch to this gift here. Now, the Prigione is the Devil card. So the Devil card is restrictions. It's feeling bound, not being able to move freely, a sense of overdoing it in whatever you desired, whatever was very desirable for you, because the Superbia is the peacock, which is very desirable to the opposite sex, let's say, right? So that's why this card is the card of vanity. This peacock is showing off its feathers. It's saying, look at me, how wonderful I am. So I feel as though it's a catch-22 energy here. So, but with the Judgment card here, it does say that there is a second chance for freedom and receiving something superb, however that speaks to your personal situation. Now this earth sign here could have Capricorn, strong Capricorn in their sign, in their chart. I wanted to look at this position here. And we've got the Il Nemico. So this is the snake, the enemy, negative energy. We've also got the Ammalato, which is someone ill in bed, someone with a low morale. So this is very difficult energy here. And then we've also got the Gelosia. So jealousy and past regrets. I'm going to take one more card because we've got 3 negative cards. I want a bit more clarity. So the Il Nemico is, this could be the third person who is, and that's the Messaggero, which is news that comes in that you find out about. So something did come to light here. And then we've got the Tower. So some negative energy which was very draining, very, someone was very psychologically very down. News came in that was very, very overbearing, very difficult for someone to understand and to fathom, to process. And there are a lot of regrets for the past, not having done things differently. And the Messaggero can be legal documents. Let me take one more card. Now the Il Nemico also holds a snake. And the snake does shed its skin, which means transformation, change. So whatever that means for you. Let me take one more card here. And we've got the Amore, you see? So, changing your skin, changing your partner, changing everything which will bring massive transformation in love. So whatever difficult times you had in a committed partnership, you once had a lot of happiness, but it looks as though there was some sort of illusion here. I'm going to look at this King of Swords, and then I'm going to take a Romance Angel card for you. Now, having the King of Pentacles here right next to the Star card says to me that this is probably someone that you're hoping to reach out to. Let's look at the King of Swords. And we've got the Domestico, which is the butler. Usually this is someone who is close to your home, in your home, someone that would be of help to you, but there is no trust here. You can't trust this person fully. And then we've got the Artista, which is usually the discovery made by a scientist. Aquarius is the house of the individual, because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is the energy which speaks of the ethers, such progressed ideas. And, Aquarian people can be like out of this world. Their mind is just so sharp, but they can be very difficult to deal with sometimes. Now, there is a discovery here of deception, I would say. And the artista can also be someone who is in the legal field. And then we've got the disgrazia. There's the Tower. There's the energy of Uranus, something breaking down, someone rebelling. Yes? Wow, dear Pisces. Let me take a romance angel for you. Now, if we look at the Knight of Swords, they are moving towards the past. They are moving towards the past. So, I'm going to take just one card. One card on the Knight of Swords and this star here at the end. There we are. So it's the Six of Cups. Usually the sixes speak of finding your balance. Now the sixes nearly, you know, this card has come out for nearly every sign with retrograde Mercury and Jupiter. Okay? Matters from the past, people from the past, people that you've been together with. Let's say you've been together with someone for 6 years, right? This is usually quite an innocent energy, but I don't know if it would have been in the reverse. I do know that it's matters in relation to the past and redoing things. Someone coming in from your past or doing things again. Different things that you've been over in the past, going over them again. So, and then probably finding your balance. Now, if this is in the upright, the star card says that you are very well matched. This is the right person for you. I'm going to take 2 cards, Pisces, because I'm sure that there is not only one group of you out there. Let's go, Pisces. So one card popped out, and it is the keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, so very different thinking. Sometimes we have to be very open, just like Sagittarius is. You know, the higher mind, spontaneous. And let's take one more card. And I've got, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. It is safe now. Okay. So, Pisces, I would like to thank you so much for being here, taking the time out to watch this video. This is what my readings are like. If you would like to book your personal and private reading, for a reading like this, you would need to book an hour's reading, an hour-long reading. My website is in the description box below. I will be back in April for more readings. I do hope that you keep well. Don't forget to make that wish. Thank you so much for being here. Bye for now.